So Lucid Motors or CCIV stock just keeps on going up. There's still no guarantee whether this merger will be going through, but we just saw some interesting updates we just have to look at that I think are great for Lucid Motors, and that, according to the stock market at least, indicates further that this merger will be happening. CCIV stock has been going up an incredible amount, now being at almost $35 a share, up 250% from before the initial talks were announced. So let's talk about the recent news, such as the interview with the CEO of Lucid Motors, Peter Rawlinson, and also whether this is a stock I would buy, hold, or sell right now at these current $35 levels. So just to give a very quick backstory, guys, Lucid Motors is an electric vehicle company that is filled with highly competent engineers working on taking electric vehicle technology to the next level. A lot of the employees at this company have previously worked at other car companies such as Tesla and Mazda, and the CEO Peter Rawlinson was actually the former vice president of engineering at Tesla. They also have some major institutional investing backing them up, with the likes of Venrock, Mitsui, Jeffco, and even the public Saudi Arabian investment fund backing them up. Now, we all know that they will be going public quite soon, but it is highly likely that this will be through a merger with a so-called SPAC, or Special Purpose Acquisition Company. This SPAC is rumored to be Churchill Capital or CCIV Stock. This merger is not yet confirmed though, but as I said earlier, CCIV is up 250% just on the speculation, because there is simply so much evidence hinting at this merger. So I already talked about this in past videos, but to name a few sources, we have Bloomberg and the LA Times saying the merger will happen, but also there are just so many connections between Churchill Capital and Lucid Motors as companies. For example, both having the Saudi Arabian investment fund investing in them, as well as there being people who are working and are affiliated with both companies at the same time, or who have worked at the same company at the same time, for example Ford. But now we saw Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson appearing on CNBC Friday morning with Jim Cramer and David Faber, I think it's pronounced. He shared his thoughts on this company, their plans to grow the electric vehicle market, and you guessed it, the rumors of the SPAC deal. So regarding the growth, we already know that Lucid Motors will be starting small, with plans to sell 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles this year, with the Lucid Air Dream car being their first vehicle that will be produced, and it comes with a starting price of $161,000. So definitely a luxury vehicle here. Among other positive bullish statements, he said that Lucid Motors will increase their volume accordingly to create a more affordable luxury electric vehicle. The Lucid Air will have a starting point of $70,000 in the future, and they have already built the first phase of their factory in Arizona, Peter said. A 6-year plan calls for phase 4 to be completed in the mid-2020s. The factory will be able to produce 400,000 units a year under phase 4. Also, Lucid Motors is seeing overwhelming demand right now, and its order book is growing daily. Being a former Tesla executive, he also compared Lucid Motors to Tesla, saying that they wouldn't even call them a competitor because they don't have the same focus on luxury vehicles that his company has. Now, this is of course very positive, since Tesla is an absolute behemoth of a company, and taking market shares from them is a challenge for any company, something Lucid Motors won't need to do if Peter is right. And now to the most exciting part, where he was asked about the merger with Churchill Capital or CCIV. So as you could guess, he obviously couldn't really comment on it, but he did say that he can neither confirm or deny it. And the way he said this with a big smile led to CCIV stock just shooting up, ending Friday being up more than 14% to $35 a share almost. It is of course illegal for him to comment on whether the merger will go through or not before the actual formal announcement, but again, the way he said it seemed promising. It is funny to look at the comments where people discuss his body language and whether he was just smiling to be polite or if he was actually holding back some positive news. But regardless, if anything, I think this is a positive indicator, and it also seems like Peter Rawlinson will come back to CNBC again very soon, which would be very strange unless he had a big announcement to make public. Overall, I got a very positive impression of Lucid Motors as a company, and the way the CEO of the company talked confidently and passionately about the plans and the mission, saying that they will take electric vehicle technology to the next level. Truly, my favorite part of the interview was him saying that the core, most telling metric of where any car company is today is efficiency and how far the car can go per kilowatt hour. And he said that Lucid cars can go 4 miles per kilowatt, which is just insane. And aside from this interview, Lucid Motors has just been getting tons and tons of coverage, not only in the smaller alternative media, such as my minuscule YouTube channel, but we are also seeing mainstream media outlets like Forbes and the Wall Street Journal not just speculating about the merger, but actually taking a deep look at Lucid Motors as a company and their plans for the future, talking to their CEO and such. It will certainly make sense if all this coverage coming just in the past couple of days coming because there's some big announcement in the making. But with this said, guys, do I think CCIV stock is worth buying right now on the speculation of this merger? So in earlier videos, when this thing was at $18 a share, I was much more comfortable buying a lot of shares in it. But even now, I still think the upside potential from a possible merger is greater than the risk that the merger does not happen. As soon as the announcement comes out, I can easily see the stock going to $60, $70 a share or even beyond. So there's still tons of upside potential here. But to give a direct answer, I would say that it all totally depends on your own risk tolerance. If you are investing with money that you can afford to lose, then yes, I think the potential outweighs this risk. If that's not the case though, I would not want to put my entire life savings into this gamble of a stock. I know it sounds boring, but I want to be honest with you guys about my own opinions. And remember guys, it is all indeed my own opinion. This is not financial advice. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions. I am not a financial advisor. And with that, I want to conclude today's video. If you are new here, by the way, my name is Sam and welcome to the channel. Here I talk about various different interesting growth stocks that I think will make tons of impact and do big things in the future. And Lucid Motors is certainly one of those companies. So even in the unlikely case that the merger does not go through and CCIV stock does not merge together with Lucid Motors, I would still find Lucid Motors when it does go public and invest in that company. Anyways, if that's a particular video, if you enjoyed the video, then please press the like button. It is the absolute best way you can support me and it helps the video reach out to more people. Also, if you watched all the way to this point and if you like the content of course, then why not subscribe to the channel and join our rapidly growing community. Guys, we're growing faster than ever. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.